Hey folks, I feel Hypebeast model cannot be applied to smartphone industry. So let's find out why in the third episode of Let Me Explain. It's a niche culture, often fashion, and it's all about being exclusive. It is generally refers to a person or a group of influencers that influence a niche aspect of a product or a fraternity where the culture is about being in the known. A basic example would be collecting Digimon or Pokemon Tazos. While the Tazos you get is purely out of rec, the rich kids will be able to buy as many Cheetos packets to try out their luck and later show that off in class. Hypebeast have a similar mentality. A brand called Supreme, which sells quality merch for urban skateboarders, suddenly saw a demand storm of their products. The merch apparel were not just for skaters, rather it became a streetwear trend. Today anything they launch sells out in no time. There is a huge gap between the demand and the supply, which actively supports the Hypebeast culture, as these things can be sold for much higher because the demand always exists. For having something exclusive, these people are ready to pay numerous times over the price of the product, irrespective of actual worth. I feel when you pay 5 times more than what the product actually costs, it just ends up being a social media post for obvious social validations. Yeah, there have been trends like iPhone being a niche product which everybody can't afford. So it just ends up being a social media post with the owner posing in front of the mirror with the phone. You would have seen those posts. People who know OnePlus from the year 2014 know OnePlus One was extremely hyped out at that point. With Cyanogen mod and components from the Oppo's Find 7, it was a delicious product at $299, half of what the Samsung Galaxy S5 cost at that time. So for 18 months straight, the only way you could buy the device was through some kind of invite or exclusive offer. The sole exclusivity and the bang for buck nature of the product resulted in resale prices going up to $450. So why didn't OnePlus stick to creating less number of smartphones and creating hype? Unlike apparel and shoes, the tech-based product evolved very quickly. Nostalgic feelings doesn't play a major role in the purchase decisions of these products. Products like Air Jordan 1, which was introduced in 1985, still have traction today because of the absence of major technological boost that influences the way the shoe looks. For sure, Nike and Adidas have their fair shares of new soles and lacing technology. But the sellout, history and affiliation towards the athlete like Jordan and the designer like Kanye West and Hatfield are the major influence factors that influence the purchase decision. Take Nike for instance. Selling Air Jordan 1 today means little to no R&D required, while the brand focuses on newer tech for the modern athlete shoes. It relies on the retros and collaborations for marketing traction, which in turn builds trust into the newer experimental products. On the flip side, manufacturers like Apple are also successful with greater availability of the product for everyone, as the hardware they sell is not the core product, whereas the bundled services like Apple Music, games, streamings are the actual products that they sell. So the larger the number of phones sold will fetch them that many number of subscriptions. So the basic difference between both is one emphasizes product and trend, other emphasizes service and ecosystem. With Oppo and Huawei releasing Lamborghini and Porsche edition of their phones, those were a tool to showcase their premiumness. Sales of these products were so poor, so I feel it's safe to say that Hypebeast and Tech are two different sales models and they cannot be easily associated with one another. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you felt this video was informative, please leave a thumbs up and share this with your friends. See you in the next video. Peace.